Hello and welcome back to Crypto Live Markets Analysis, where we talk about the crypto market and what has been happening so far in the crypto market. I mean, it's over the past few days, it's been a crazy rally in the Bitcoin and the general crypto market since Bitcoin finally get to reclaim the $40,000 mark, and of course, get to break above the $45,000 mark, which held it for quite some time now in the last few weeks. So welcome back again to this channel, where we'll be looking at what actually did trigger such a price action and what could possibly be happening to the crypto market in the long run. And don't forget, name is Nolan Amadi, and this is Crypto Hub Live Market Analysis. And you know what we do here? We just talk about the market, the general market, and tell you and as well give you a close to accurate prediction of what could possibly be playing out. And still on that, we give you report. We give you report on what is happening to Bitcoin and the crypto market at large. And don't forget, if you're new to this channel, click the subscribe button, take the bell icon so you don't always miss a bit whenever we go live or probably upload some content on this channel. Without further ado, let's get right back into it. I mean, it's been a very crazy run for Bitcoin in the past few weeks now. We're going to look at the triggers and what caused this rally and the general altcoins market. I know for the past few months, the alts market have been on a crazy downtrend, and right now we're kind of like seeing them come back to the spotlight. There's been this rally, but then the big question is, how sustainable is this going to be? Is this just another relief rally before the trend continue to the downside? And I know so far it's been a bear market for the crypto market, but then the big question is, how long is this rally going to continue? Is this just a fake pump, or is this rally going to lead into a more bigger rally come 2022? And just like I said, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and take the bell icon so you don't miss a bit whenever we go live. And without further ado, let's get right back into the analysis. Right now, Bitcoin is trading at the $47,200 mark according to Coin360, and we have Ethereum still at the $392,000 mark, and Bitcoin dominance still at 41%, and still at the particular moment we're seeing the altcoin market literally growing. This is on the daily time frame. There's coins like Solana, Avax, BNB, Dot, Polkadot, ADA, and Link, Uni, SRP. They are all literally green. And then we have coins, you have stables like USDC, DAI, BUSD, all red at the moment, which is telling us that at this particular point, when you're seeing volume move from the stable coins to the crypto market, which is not something bad, it's something cyclical. It's just the flow of money to the crypto market. So that's on the daily scale. Next up, we're going to look on the weekly scale. What has the crypto market been doing, the volume flows, and what it has been doing in the last week? So in the past 1 week, Bitcoin has been up 11% in the past 1 week, and the dominance is still at 41%, and Ethereum been up 13% in the last 1 week. And we have Solana, Dot, SRP, BNB, AD. I mean, literally all altcoins have been green in the past 1 week. And then we have our other guys, the stable coins such as the USDT, BUSD, DAI, UST, all red. This is just telling us that in the past 1 week, we've been seeing constant flow of volume from the stable coins to the crypto market, and it is something that does match in line, that does match, with the trend we're currently seeing at the moment, which is just overall the bull trend we're currently seeing in the crypto market. We still bring us to looking at so far what's the crypto market volume and the total market capitalization, and we have the global market cap still comfortably above the $2.2 trillion mark. This is something really very huge, counting from the fact that it's been a bear market, and we came all the way from 1.3 trillion to this particular point in the global market cap. This is something really huge to the crypto market, and we still at this particular moment, and we have the global volume right still at the 1.5 trillion market cap. This is an insane growth in the past 1 week. That's basically up by 21%, while the global market cap at this particular moment is up by 10.5%. So this brings us to looking into what are actually the key drivers. And of course, we all know that when Bitcoin is not moving, other markets don't get to perform. So this brings us to looking into what Bitcoin has done in the past week, the Bitcoin growth, percentage growth and the volume coming in. Let's just look at what Bitcoin has been able to do in the past 1 week. Still, the price at $47,266 mark, up 9% in the past 1 week, and the market cap still at $897 billion. And we have the trading volume in the past 1 week still $329 billion, which is up 8%. And we have the transparent volume still up 8% in the past 1 week. And that's it for Bitcoin, just still basically up in the past 7 days, 9% in the past 7 days. Still bring us to looking at the next coin, which is Ethereum, what it has been doing in the past 7 days. Ethereum still up 11% in the past 7 days, and the market cap still at 408 billion, and we have the transparent volume still at 150 billion, and these are just basically up 11% in the past few weeks. Now this brings us to looking into Binance top gainers. Of course, in the past 1 week the market has been rallying, but this is it. Every market doesn't get to rally at the same time. We always at each particular point in the market has these sets that perform, and we also have the sets that underperform. So we're going to look at, according to Binance, which coins that have been performing in the past 24 hours and which ones have been underperforming in the past 24 hours. So this brings us to the top gainers, top losers, and the top traded volume according to Binance in the crypto market. So we have Zillicash in the past 24 hours up 65%, Local up 62%, we have GMT up 33%, we have DAR up 32%, we have Voxel up 26%, we have SLP, High, Big, AGLD up approximately 20% in the past 24 hours. And so on the top losers, we have coins like GTO down 16%, we have coins like Tone down 11%, AGIX down 4%, Rune, Alpine, Dex, ORN, FAL, and QLC all just down on an average of 3% in the past 24 hours. So next up, we're going to look at the top traded volume, the top volume coins on Binance in the past 24 hours. Of course, number one of them has always been Bitcoin, and it's up by volume 0.14%. And this is because the market has been raging. There's no much of a money flow. There's no much of a rally in this, but then it's still keeping up in volume in the past 24 hours. And we have Ethereum next up, just up in volume 0.02%, and we have GMT up 34% in volume in the past 24 hours. We have coins like GMT, Zio, Solana, Luna, Waves, BNB, all basically just maintaining that volume in the past 24 hours. And this brings us next up to looking into the crypto market ecosystems and their performance in the last 7 days, and of course in the last 24 hours, which ecosystems have been performing and what has actually been the trigger. So next, we're talking about the smart contract ecosystem, the Ethereum ecosystem, which is in the last 24 hours up by 1.1%, and in the last 7 days it's up by 13.9%, and still the market capitalization at the moment is just currently above the $770 billion mark. This is something really huge on this particular ecosystem. And next up, we're talking about the Binance Smart Chain ecosystem, which is up in the last 1.0%, and in the last 24 hours still 1%, and the last 7 days 7%, right? And the market cap in the last 24 hours still up and maintaining the 346 billion market cap. Same with we have the Polygon ecosystem, the Avalanche, and the Moon River ecosystem still up performing in the last 7 days, in the last 24 hours, and in the last 1 hour. So generally, we've been seeing the crypto market maintain this steady upward movement to the upside. But then we're going to look at, in the past few days, in the past 24 hours, what has actually been the trigger? What are the news? What are the trends according to Google that has been driving the crypto market? Is this just another bear trap, or could this be a sustainable rally to the upside? Now, what are the sentiments? What are traders like you and I talking right now about the market, and what are the news that could possibly be driving this according to Google? Next up, this brings us to looking, according to Google, we have that Bitcoin on track to see its highest weekly close of 2022, published by Cointelegraph. This is kind of like a positive news, positive sentiment right now in the market. And next up, we're talking about, just as how Finney predicted, Bitcoin is being purchased to act as a federal reserve currency. This is still another huge positive news right now in the crypto market, and it's as well, it's a positive news, and it's currently something I would say is as well driving the crypto market. So we see next up Bitcoin price analysis. Bitcoin gets rejected, possible bearish scenario on lower time frame chart. So basically, looking at Google, it's more of a positive sentiments right now in the crypto market than the negative sentiments. And this brings us to looking into, so far we've seen according to Google Trends that the market right now has just been filled with positive news and all that, which is as well contributing to the positive growth of the crypto market. This brings us to looking into, according to Cryptohub, what are the trending coins for the week? Right, what are the trending coins for the week? You just make sure you visit www.cryptohub.club to learn more about the trending coins for the week, right, and how you could possibly position yourself to making profits in the market. And now let's look the next positive news you have in the crypto market is Terra surpasses Ethereum 2.0 to become the second largest POS, proof of stake network. So you still, to read more about this, you visit Cryptohub.club and just click on the article section just to read more about it. So these are kind of like the positive news that we have right now in the crypto market that is basically driving the crypto market to the upside. So next up, we're going to look at what other news could we possibly have that is driving the crypto market. Next up, we have that the Airdive received 17.2 million in funding. This is what I'll be talking about. That as long as we have projects coming in, new projects coming in with really good, solid use cases, there's always a case of new money flow into the market. And now we're currently seeing this Airdive raising about 17.2 million. That speaks a lot about the market. This speaks about interest, institutional interest in the market. As long as the crypto market keeps going up, right? As long as we have interest coming into the market, the global market capitalization of the crypto will still keep going to the upside. So that's the positive news right now in the crypto market, and of course it's something that's been driving the crypto market to a really nice price in the past days. So next up, we're talking about the latest DeFi projects right for the week. Still, link is available, and you visit Cryptohub.club just down below the description of this particular stream, so you get connected to knowing what is actually driving the market and how you could position yourself to probably new projects that could, put you to potential gains, all right, in the crypto market. So of course, we've been looking at the positive sentiments surrounding the crypto market and what has been happening, and we've been able to look at the stock market, we've been able to look at the odds market and the traded volumes and the performing ecosystem. So far now, let's look at, so far we've been having persons trading, traders like you and I, basically making profits right now in the market. What this brings us to is now getting to understand right now what is the fear and greed index talking about right now in the market. So currently we have the fear and greed index still at 53, and this is reading at the moment greed. It's not much of a greed at 50. It's always 50 is a neutral point, so it's like 3 points away from neutral. I mean, it's slightly good at this particular moment, and this tells something real nice about the market. It doesn't necessarily call for a sell-off, because at some point we always see that the market from greed goes to extreme greed and all that. So we just basically about kickstarting the euphoria in the crypto market. And the big question is, how could this turn out? Is this going to turn crazily? Is this going to turn very nice to the upside, or could this just be a bear trap? We're going to find out more when we go real deeper into understanding what crypto and Bitcoin technicals is talking about right now in the market. So next up, of course, we can't analyze the crypto market if we don't analyze the stock market, because over time we've been able to learn that the stock market and the crypto market always has this positive correlation, right? So we're going to look at the performing stocks and just how stocks of the stock market and the traditional market have been performing over time, and the influence so far in the crypto market. This brings us to looking into the stock market performance in the past 4 hours, and overall in the past few days. We have market like the Dow Jones still down by 0.3%, and we have the Nasdaq down by 0.6%, and we have the S&P 500 down by 0.59%. And still we have the Twitter Incorporated down by 3.31%, and we have the Maxis Incorporated down by 2.2%. We have the Wells Fargo's and Co down by company down by 2.4%, and we have the Citigroup Incorporated down by 2.9%. Same with the Home Depot down by 2.5%. So generally looking at the stock market, and it's been down. And a couple of minutes ago I was looking at the dollar index as well. This has actually been down. So one thing that happens is whenever these things are down, whenever you have the dollar always down and the crypto market is performing, that is possibly showing us a sign that that in the coming days the crypto market could possibly be used as a hedge against the stock market downtimes. And the big question is that what we currently right now seeing playing out in the crypto market? We're going to find out more when we look into the crypto market technicals to make our judge right now in the fate of the crypto market. So now we've been able to look at the stock markets that have been performing, the assets that have been performing on the stock level. So this brings us to looking into the stock market fear and greed index, like what the stock traders, forex traders, what are their sentiments like? What do they really feel right now about the market? It brings us to the fear and greed index, just like we've analyzed the crypto fear and greed index. So we on my screen is the fear and greed index coming from the traditional market. We're still basically seeing it at 54. Remember, the crypto market was at 53, and this is currently at 54, which at this particular moment, right, the stock market is just at neutral. There's not much happening. In as much as we're seeing these downtimes on the stock market, it's still not showing it's still not showing a huge sell-off, right? The traders, everybody's just level. Every trader right now is just level-headed on the stock market. There's not much of a buy, there's not much of a sell. It's just basically neutral. And the big question is, now we're having the dollar index flip into the downside. Could this possibly mean that over time the stock market is going to flip to the upside? Well, it's something I couldn't just you probably might not just be given a clearer explanation of, but I just believe that over time, as long as Bitcoin case is maintaining to the upside, there's always a case of profit sharing, and this as well could possibly put the general financial market, the global market, to see just another rally to the ups or to the upside as dollar goes down. I mean, they could possibly be used as a hedge against dollar devaluation. So next up, we've been talking now. So far, we've been talking about the crypto market, their performances, the stock market, the 300 index, the volume traded so far. Now, we're going to look at Bitcoin technical analysis and what we could be seeing, what Bitcoin could be telling us from the chart, and how and what we should be doing at this particular moment. So according to TradingView right now on the chart, Bitcoin still breaking to the upside, currently at a $47,500 mark, and right there I have the blue line. What does that blue line mean? I mean, what you see in the blue line right there over the past few days, 3 days in a row, the blue line have been rejecting us. What is that blue line? The blue line apparently is the 200 moving day average, which is always in the market served as a dynamic support line and as a dynamic resistance line in the market. And presently in the Bitcoin market, we're just seeing it serve as a dynamic, as a resistance line. And the big question is, are we going to break it to the upside, or could this just be the point where the market gets to reverse? And at this particular point, so far we've looked at the sentiments driving the market, and on the balance of probability, it is much likely the market gets to break above this and try much higher to the upside. And remember, we're still having our 0.5 Fibonacci extension level, which is currently at the $50,000 mark, and the 0.6, which is at the $56,000 mark. So these are key important levels that we should keep our eyes on. And as much as Bitcoin is currently facing the resistance at $47,000 mark, it is much likely we get to break above it and fill these particular gaps, this particular demand, this particular supply zone, right, before markets could potentially choose whichever way it wants to go from there. Still be under a resistance line at $47,000 mark. And one thing that is associated with facing a resistance is this: you always don't. One thing about the market is you can't time the perfect top. So just maybe you're a day trader, a retail trader, whichever one that you are. At this particular point is the point where I say you just take profit considerably. I will leave that to you. And don't forget, we also have our crypto trader make money course on Daba.school, where when you purchase it, you have access to our premium community where you give you heads up to what is happening in the crypto market and how you could keep your heads leveled, right, and make substantial gains in the crypto market, and just to follow you up on what your activities are in the crypto market. So we have still, like I was saying, we still have the 200 MA serving as a resistance, and if we should in any case break above this 200 MA, that means we targets right on the front could be 50 and 54 respectively. So that's on the daily time frame. Bitcoin facing resistance with the possibility of breaking it. So we're going to look into what we have next. This is coming into Bitcoin on the weekly. On the macro scale, what is Bitcoin doing, and which support and resistance we have on the macro scale that could possibly be putting the market to making a decisive move either ways in the market, right? Still right now, clearly we are above the 20 simple moving average on the weekly, which happens to be the middle Bollinger Band, which at this particular point is at the 44,000 mark. We are clearly above it. So this is a very good sign for the bulls in the short term. While if you see in the past cases where I did mark the yellow lines, you see that on April 2019, whenever we broke the time we broke above the middle Bollinger Band, prices see this rally to the top Bollinger Band. And also on April 27th of April 2020, which was after the COVID-19 crash, we see that immediately we broke the middle Bollinger Band to the upside. We also saw a substantial rally to the upside to the top of the Bollinger Band. And right now we're still currently seeing the Bitcoin price staying and climbing the 21 simple moving average. I mean the middle Bollinger Band since we broke it come Q4 late 2021. Now we're reclaiming it. So this is on the positive side. This is really something positive right now on the market. Like the bulls right now, looking at this particular market structure, the bulls are back. And on the balance of probability, it is much likely this level gets maintained while we still range more to the upside. So right now, the crypto market, looking at how everything is, looking at the sentiments, looking at the news surrounding it, looking at the volume coming in, looking at the interest coming from institutions, and looking at the technicals overall right now in the crypto market. So it's much likely we get to see a really nice move to the upside to fuel the key resistance level that I just mentioned before the trend gets to choose whichever way to go, either an ultra bullish run, or maybe we could just flip back to our primary bear trend. So that is what Bitcoin right now is telling us. And don't forget, if you're new to this channel, my name is Nolan Amadi, and this is Crypto Hub. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, tick the bell icon, right? Leave your comments down below in the comment section. We're going to follow you up briefly on that. Don't forget as well, we are on Telegram and we are on Twitter. Don't forget to follow our media pages, just in case we go live or we discuss something about the market that you really should know. I'm not sure you're really going to love to miss it. So make sure you follow us on our social media handles, and make sure you subscribe once again, click the bell icon so you stay up to whatever we're going to bring come your way in the crypto market. This is Crypto Hub once again, and this is live crypto market analysis. Till I come your week next time, stay tuned with us.